I'm Dr. Binu. In underground cable engineering, the second unit is cable architecture, dielectric theory, and cable characteristics. It consists of various subdivisions, subtopics like architecture of underground cabling system, basic dielectric theory of cables, conductors, armor and protective finishes, cable characteristics, electrical fundamentals of electrical insulating materials, then cable standards and the quality assurance, cable design parameters, current carrying capacity, and short circuitry. The first topic is architecture of underground cabling systems. In areas where space for cables is limited and crunched, especially in urban regions, underground laying of cables is an efficient method. Telecommunications or electric power can be transmitted to underground cables. Data is transmitted from one point to another using cable laid on the ground instead of the ones hanging from pole towers in an underground cabling system. This diagram represents the overhead as well as the computation of underground cabling system. Additional systems and the consideration. Um, Temperature and condition monitoring systems are essential for detecting issues and maintaining optimal performance. Second one, earthing and bonding system, which provides safety by grounding the cable system. Third point is cable joints and junction boxes, which is used for connecting different sections of cables and distributing power. Above ground termination points, which connect the underground cables to overhead lines or equipment. What are the benefits of underground cable laying? Climate changes has made extreme weather conditions is more common. In order to have an uninterrupted power supply and telecommunication, it is important that our infrastructure is planned and equipped to survive the harsh weather conditions. Some of the benefits are longer lifespan, reduction in maintenance costs, accident prevention, continuous service, zero obstruction, and minimum space required. What are the procedures and installations of underground cable laying chart? The effectiveness and the efficiency of an underground cable system depends on proper cable laying, quality of the cable joints, and branch condition. There are normally three methods of laying methods are there. First one is direct laying, a draw-in system. Third one is solid system. This diagram represents the three methods of laying systems. The various installation methods are we already told direct laying, drawing system, and solid systems. The first method is direct laying. This direct laying method requires digging of soil into 1.5 meter depth and 0.45 meter wide trenches, which is then covered with a layer of sand. The cables are laid in the trenches and covered with a 10 centimeter thick layer of sand. To protect against mechanical injury, the trenches is then covered with bricks and other materials. If more than one cable is required to be laid in a trench, then a horizontal or vertical interaxial spacing of 10 centimeters is provided to prevent mutual heating. This diagram represents the direct laying. Direct buried method. In this, we already discussed the pros as well as cons are also there in direct buried. The pros is simple and cheap to install. Cons are faults can be difficult to locate and maintenance costs can be high. This diagram represents if two cables are laid using direct laying method, in which the two cables are separated by means of minimum 30 centimeter in order to reduce the mutual heating. The advantages of direct laying, simplest and cheapest method. The second point is heat generated gets dispersed in the ground. Drawbacks: high maintenance costs, pointing out accurate locations of fault is difficult, cable network alterations are difficult. Some of the factors are influenced in the design. The factors are voltage, mechanical consideration, as well as environmental factors. This diagram shows the example for the direct laying method for the street leg cable laying. The second method is drawing system, which is also called as duct bank, manhole, or HDD, that is horizontal directional drilling. This method involves laying conduits or ducts underground through which cables are pulled. Manholes are strategically placed along the route to facilitate pulling and access. HDD is a trenchless alternative within this method. The procedure is ducts are laid and cables are then pulled into these ducts from manholes. For horizontal directional drilling, a pilot bore is drilled and then enlarged to accommodate the duct and cable. The pros in the system is allows for easier cable repairs or replacement and future additions. The drawback is higher initial cost compared to direct wiring. This diagram represents how the drawing system is made. Advantages: alterations can be made without opening the ground, or very less chances of fault occurrence. Drawbacks: high initial cost. The current carrying capacity of the cable is reduced. The third system is solid system. This method is rarely used due to its expense and reliance on skilled labor. Cables are laid in open pipes or troughs that are then filled with a protective compound. The procedure is the cable is placed in troughs made of materials like cast iron, stoneware, or treated wood, which are then filled with a bituminous or asphaltic compound and covered. The advantages are offers good protection for cables. The drawback is expensive, requires specialized labor, and the maintenance can be challenging.